I mean, I'm a conspiracy theorist to a degree. Like when I connect dots that maybe shouldn't be connected, I don't know. But certain dots, like when I see that they put every black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career, I'll be connecting them down like, wow, all these brothers gotta wear a dress.
Hey everyone, it's your favorite gossip girl back with some juicy news. No one really expected this rant coming, but we finally have Chappelle dissing Kevin Hart in Hollywood fashion. Chappelle shocked everyone when he addressed the rumors about Kevin being a pawn of the devil and being a huge illuminati pillar in the industry. And that's not even it. Chappelle even went as far as to say that Kevin Hart had to do some pretty shady things to reach this level of fame. So, let's dig the dirt on Kevin Hart and find out what Dave Chappelle's rant was all about.
I'm up here doing something that nobody else in this business has the balls to do. I'm telling you something that you need to know. I'm trying to explain to you what you're seeing. You don't understand what you're seeing.
Dave Chappelle has been a big bull in comedy since forever, and Kevin Hart is no different. But the two never really got along, and some people even go as far as calling them arch nemesis. But Dave was not always included in the big Hollywood events or interviews, despite him being a very popular figure. It's mainly because he's always been pretty vocal about the dark side of the glam industry. He also has openly dissed a lot of Hollywood celebrities, but we never imagined him coming for Kevin Hart. Dave has also talked about how the saviors of Hollywood wanted to control him and in return were ready to offer him quite a lot. But he refused to accept any of the offers and continued to work really hard on his craft. But do you think having beef with big shots of the industry got Dave anything? Well, of course not. Despite being a very talented comedian, he never really broke the roof and made it big. According to a lot of theorists, Kevin is a world sensation right now and has become more popular than any other comedian in history, and that's all because he has the blessings of some of the biggest names in Hollywood. A conspiracy theory even suggests that before black comedians are allowed to make it big in Hollywood, they're made to wear dresses and do some pretty humiliating things on screen that reinforce really dangerous stereotypes. It's just a theory that most people have, but if you look at some of the most famous black comedians, including Kevin Hart, you'll know. Movies like Martin and the Nutty Professor didn't make things easy for black comedians either, because they featured black males playing women in a very stereotypical way. A lot of black actors reportedly spoke up about it and said that they were asked to wear a dress in scenes where it made absolutely no sense to wear one. Something similar happened to Dave Chappelle. It was 2005 and Dave was breaking all records of fame, and suddenly he got a $50 million offer from Comedy Central. Everyone thought that Dave has finally gotten his big break and he'll become the biggest Hollywood comedian now. But instead of signing the contract, Dave disappeared. Reports surfaced that he had gone to South Africa and he remained off the grid for quite a while. During this time, tabloids started spreading all kinds of rumors, including him being an addict and leaving his comedy career. Some people even said that Dave was under immense pressure, which affected his creativity, and he was going through a mental breakdown. These rumors continued to swirl around the streets of Beverly Hills until Dave Chappelle finally made a comeback and gave a pretty controversial interview to Oprah Winfrey. He said that who would want to leave this kind of money and run away? He didn't willingly do it, but there were so many conditions that Comedy Central reportedly placed on him that he had to back off. He said that he wanted to sign that contract, but there were some pretty dark and shady things. There were so many conditions that were implemented, and only then was he allowed to get to the next level of success and fame. He also talked about Mariah Carey, who got such a huge contract that everyone was gushing over it, but this $100 million contract reportedly made her insane and she had to endure so much because of it. He also talked about how this contract was going to be humiliating for him because the Hollywood big shots wanted people to laugh at him. This was their idea of comedy. Dave, on the other hand, wanted people to laugh at his jokes and not make fun of him, so he had to back off from a deal worth $50 million. He also revealed that he was once working in a movie with Lawrence Martin, who's also a huge comedian, and he said that he was being pressured to wear a dress even though he didn't want to.
I'm doing a movie with Martin.
Yeah.
The movie's going good. So I walk in the trailer. I'm like, man, this must be the wrong trailer because there's a dress in here. And he put this dress on, and Mutt is a prostitute. Nah, I'm not doing that. I don't feel comfortable with that.
Dave said that he told the director and producer that he wasn't comfortable putting on a dress, and despite that, they were continuing to pressure him. Even the writer of the scene was pressuring Dave to put on a dress and get it over with, but Dave quickly cracked the code and saw the pattern. He revealed that they continued to force him even though they had 2 versions of the script already locked and loaded. So, when he completely refused to wear the dress, only then they came back with a second version. If you think we went a little off track with the whole dressing debate, then you might be mistaken. If you remember correctly, Kevin Hart blew up on the internet after 2013 when he appeared on SNL and, you guessed it right, while wearing a dress.
Key hominem.
This, of course, translates from the Latin to who demand,
Ego sum hominem.
which means I'm demand. And the arms are back up for another victory lap.
Kevin previously claimed that he would never do something like this just for fame, and he didn't stand his ground when it came to not wearing a dress on SNL. Kevin caved and, in return, became the biggest internet sensation. Kevin wasn't very known before he got featured on SNL, as he only got a very small role in a movie. Kevin was even once asked about what he thinks about Dave's views about the treatment of black actors and comedians in Hollywood. Kevin seemed nervous, but he finally said that he thinks that Dave is right and that black people in the industry need to set boundaries of what they are and aren't willing to do. Kevin even said that he wouldn't think twice before refusing anything that damages his image or makes him feel uncomfortable. But since Kevin appeared on SNL wearing a dress and being a stereotypical black woman, he has garnered a lot of criticism for selling out and not being true to himself. According to reports, Kevin Hart also got cast in a lot of big Hollywood movies alongside Dwayne Johnson and Will Ferrell right after his SNL appearance, which obviously raises a lot of eyebrows. There seems to be nothing that could hurt Kevin's career, not even cheating on his pregnant wife. Ned Fulmer, a comedian and YouTuber, also cheated on his wife, but he received so much backlash and was even kicked out of his comedy group, and his friends disowned him. But there was little to no news about Kevin Hart not being honest to his wife and cheating on her. It didn't affect his career at all. So it's a living proof that the big names in Hollywood do play favorites and give favor to those who they could completely control. Kevin is currently at the peak of his career as he's being offered big budget movies, and he's partnering with multi-billion-dollar companies like YouTube and Facebook. On the other hand, Dave Chappelle only said what was true when he was cornered in the worst way possible. Dave was made a villain for refusing the deal with Comedy Central, and questions were raised not just on his talent, but also on his mental health and personal life. Dave has been dragged through the mud, and his entire life has been discussed on television only because he dared to say no and set clear boundaries of the things he doesn't want to do. It seems like Dave has offended the bosses in Hollywood, and he's paying the price for being upfront and having morals. It's not the first time someone has tried to expose Hollywood and paid a price, because Kate Williams was also a huge figure in the industry, and even she revealed that there's a society of people who control everything in Hollywood, and they make and break the narratives in the industry. So, if someone goes against them, they have the power to destroy the whole career of that person. Kate even commented on Kevin Hart becoming famous after agreeing to wear a dress, and she said that this isn't the first time she's heard about it, and that Hollywood has been doing it to its black actors and comedians for quite a while now.
I'm saying, at the end of the day, Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress-wearing people before him. So now we had Big Mama's house 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
I've never seen Medea in a pantsuit. I think she wears a dress.
The only difference is that people are more woke and vocal now than they were before. Do you think there's one such secret society in Hollywood, or are these just rumors? Share your thoughts with us in the comments. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to stay on top of the celebrity world. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, adios from our side.